Hi guys, today I want to give you my first update on Pan Palette 2017. So it's been about a month and I've been using those palettes kind of sparingly. I mean, I didn't use too much makeup in the month of January, so I don't have amazing progress. And I've watched quite a few ladies do their updates already, and most of them already had like hit pan on shades. I'm jealous. Anyways, in this challenge, I had two palettes. One is this Quench from Wet n Wild. This is in the shade Smoke and Matte Rose. It's a very dusty rose kind of palette. It reminds me a lot of Naked 3, and Amber F was like commenting saying that it reminds her of Naked 3 as well. I totally agree. So it has some of the kind of rosy tone colors, and it has a lighter shade and a gold shade. So out of this palette, only this one on top is matte and everything else is shimmery. And as you can see, there's no pan, but I think I did make some progress on it. I think this one I definitely made a little bit bigger of a dip. And also I've been using this shade a little bit, so it probably has a little bit of a dip. And I honestly haven't used any of the shades in the middle, those three. I probably have touched them maybe once or twice at most in the month of January. So really there's not much progress in this quint, and I will show you some pictures where I started and also a picture where I am now, so you can probably see it better. So even though I don't have amazing progress on this palette, I'm not too worried about it because I realize this is quite dusty. So whenever I go use it, it kicks up a lot of powder. So I think it would go down fairly quickly if I'm diligent about using it. The other palette is this Lancome gift with purchase kind of palette. It's just called Colored Design, and each shade has its own individual names, but I don't think the palette has a name. And this palette has 7 shades inside. So it looks like this, and same thing, I don't have pans or anything showing yet, but I've been using this palette a little bit more than the Wet n Wild one, and I do have some progress to show you at this point. I'm gonna hold it upside down. I think this is much easier for me to hold it because this palette doesn't go all the way back, so it's a little annoying. Anyways, I think the most progress I've made is on this shade. So this is a matte kind of transition shade. I use it in my crease most of the time, and it has a very big dent in it now. So I think I might be able to hit pan next month. I tried to stuck a little pin inside and it made a mark there, but I was trying to see how deep the pan is. It's actually pretty deep. It surprised me. So I think if I'm lucky, I can hit pan next month, but I'm not too certain about that. And then this one is a light creamy matte shade. I use it to highlight my brow bone sometimes, but I also have a single shadow that's about the same color, and I'm trying to pan that in my Finish 14 by Valentine's Day. So I tend to use that shade a little bit more over this one, so I'm not like using it a ton, but I did use a little bit of it, and it has a little dip right now. I also have some progress in this light shimmery champagne shade. This one, I just use it all over my eyelid. I'll give you a swatch. So I've been using it a lot, but it's really underwhelming. You can probably barely see it. I have to use a eyeshadow base, not just the eyeshadow primer. I have to use a colored eyeshadow base, and this one will pop up. So it's just a little bit more work for me, so I'm not using it too much, but I did make a little bit of a dip like on this side, if you can see. I've been also using this pink shimmery shade. I think it's pretty, but also it doesn't show up very obviously on my lids. This one has a dual chrome effect, it's pink and gold, depends on the angle you're looking at. It's better than that champagne shade, but not too much better. And I have a little bit of a dip, but I haven't been using it too much, same thing. So I don't know. I think I'm just not using a lot of makeup in the month of January in general, so I don't have like amazing progress to show you, and I barely touched the rest of the 3 shades right here, so I don't think there's any visible progress on them. So same thing, I would give you some pictures right now to compare what it was like at the beginning and what it is like now. So overall, I think I did make some progress, but definitely no way near being amazing. So I think I really have to be a little bit harder on myself and try to push myself to use them more in the month of February. And also I was a little bit distracted trying to play with some of my other palettes in the month of January, even though I only used makeup for like what, 20 days at most. But like I said, hopefully February will be better. And if you want to see how I do at the end of February, just click like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.